So what's up, people? This is Tyree Sneed, and we're starting a whole new movement since I am the fucking narcissistic expert, because I've dealt with these motherfuckers fucking multiple times. Okay, and the last 3 relationships I had were all fucking narcissists. So I'm gonna start doing videos giving people advice and information on how this shit works and how to deal with it. Now, I don't know the answer to keeping them around or keeping them in your life, since I know a lot of people want that. You know, I know that even I want that, you know what I mean, in some way, shape, or form or fashion. I know it's hard when you love someone, but they're sick, you know, and I think most people don't understand that. They tell you, oh, you don't miss the narcissist. Well, yeah, I definitely do. I miss the person. You know what I mean? You can't help who you love. I think a lot of people miss that point. But I can't give the formula to keeping them in your life because I don't know it. You know what I mean? I know that I've rejected her, and that's brought her back before, from what I remember. You know I just up and left. That brought her back somehow. You know what I mean? And then this last time, I just told her that I was completely done. And it's only been a couple of days, but I haven't heard shit from her since. But one point I'd like to talk about is the toxicity that comes from these people and how vile and fucked up and beyond belief they are, and what the whole game is really is about opening your eyes and seeing what the fuck you're dealing with, because you're not dealing with a regular human being. You're dealing with somebody who's pretty much not human. It's almost like a different fucking species. I'd hate to say it, but it is. They're subhuman, you know, and they're willing to go to any extent. They're willing to say anything. They're willing to do anything to get their fix and get their drug and get what they want out of you, you know. And I guess, like, I'd like to be one of the people who encourages people not to give into it and to get it out of your life. Just like I actually am living and made the decision right in front of everyone to get it out of my life, and told her that I was gone, which she turned around, and they will do that. But you don't need it in your life. You don't. It's somebody, my logic was, it's somebody you can't keep. It's never going to be true or true love, and there's no commitment that remains, and it's not real. And that was my thing, is that once I found out that she was able to go on a trip and not really seem or sound like we mattered, or keeping an us or a we, I was like, that totally fucked my whole game up. She fucked up with that, because I'm like, if you could throw this away, and I've already been through this twice before you, like, I have my own abandonment issues from really being abandoned multiple times and having everyone walk out of my life. I've been on my own since I was 16. So my advice is, there's no future with them. Get them the fuck away from you. And if you want to follow what I've done, I just tried to give different ultimatums. But at this point, my ultimatum was basically, if you don't want to get married, because there was always that hint of future and that fake future shit. If you don't want to have my kids, which I've been told to her by my face that she does, there's no way that we can be, and I'm, you know, erasing you from my life and my memory as much as possible. And that is the only advice that I can give someone, is almost like you just have to, like, brainwash yourself. I'm sorry that it's sad and it's direct, but it's a sad reality. You know? We kind of live in a sad reality. I had my ex-narcissist before this one throw me in jail, and I find out on a restraining order that the kids who I've been taking care of for 5 years aren't her brothers and sisters, they're her fucking kids. I found out she lied about her age. She said she was like 29. She was like damn near, she's 38 or 40 or some shit. This one says she's 35. I think she's lying and bullshitting. You know what I mean? So it's always going to be a bunch of lies. It's always going to be a game. And my advice personally is to walk away. I'm going to be doing instructional videos on this shit, like informative videos about this shit. I'm going to be going over different categories, different topics of this shit. You know what I mean? Because I'm somebody who can really speak on it. I think a lot of people are speaking on it. I don't know what the fuck they talk about. If you haven't lived it, or you haven't gone through it several times like me, you don't really know what you're dealing with, because a lot of people are in love with these people. They call them your narcissist like it's your pet. It's not a pet, it's a fucking human being. You know, and I do think at the end of the day that they deserve to still be looked at as a human being, despite how fucked up they may be. You know, because I don't believe it's their fault. I really don't. I think that it's because of their childhood and because of forces they can't control, you know. And as far as having no sympathy, I don't know about all that, you know. I realize that they have no limits and they're horrible people, but you gotta have some sympathy. You gotta have some kind of heart. They're human. You know, what if you went through something that you just couldn't deal with? You know, because that's the boat that I'm in after going through it. Like, I don't know how to deal with it. So I can see how that totally destroys someone and makes you want to create another reality in your mind, and makes you almost want to become sociopathic, because it's like, if I put all this into this and didn't get nothing back, and for me it wasn't an investment really of money. I never let her get nothing from me because I learned my lesson before. I never let any of them get anything from me. You know, like, they really got fucked playing with me, to be honest, because I'm smart. And you can't play the player. You can't hustle a hustler. Like, I come from the street. I'm a real motherfucker, so I really am out here really living this shit every day. I've been in every hood in America. You know what I mean? Came up in real gang culture, and I'm not even in a gang, but that's my whole thing. Like, people don't even know who they playing with. These people is stupid. You know, and that's kind of what I've learned too, is like, it's not worth like hurting them or getting into it with them all the time. You know, when they're pulling their bullshit, I'll go over it in another video, but just try to chill. And as hard as it is, just try to chill and not react emotionally. You know what I mean? And I've tried everything. I've tried every avenue, everything possible, you know what I mean? Because I've tried to keep who I love and hold on to them. But my advice is, you have to let them go. You have to. Because you're going to lose them no matter what you do. And it's a sad thing that I think people wouldn't want to hear. But nonetheless, it's a reality that we all have to deal with. Because it's like dealing with a fucking robot. And they're all identical. You know, so that's all I want to say right now. That's my advice to anyone who has met a narcissist in their life or is in love with one. You have to let go. You have to. The only other way is if we figure out some sort of cure for this shit, which I believe the only cure is love. And I believe love is strong enough to heal and cure everything. It's our true creator, but at the same time, you know, what fucking light is going out in here? At the same time, man, it's just, you know, we have to deal with reality on some spectrum. That's weird. You know what I mean? So that's all I want to say, man. Like I said, I'm going to be doing informative videos on it. If you want to donate at PayPalAchilles3207 @AOL.com. That's ACHILLES3207 @AOL.com. And that's my PayPal to show your support. But I'm going to be running a whole movement on this. We're going to be releasing a bunch of videos on this, and it's going to be my new niche, because I am the narcissist expert, Tyree Sneed, and I really know my shit with him, bro. I know I've been through everything with him. You know, and I've seen how you can't hold on to him no matter what you do. I've lived it. You know what I mean? Instead of other people just talking about it who didn't really try to hold on to him or whatever, you know, like this time I discarded her first. She tried to flip it around, and I just felt like that was the best decision. I believe in taking risks in life. And if you love something, let it go. If it comes back to you, it's yours. If it doesn't, it never was.